done. That is impressive.
I didn't believe it when I heard it. I rechecked the lineup. Janet, I apologize. 25th to 1st. By God. Holy cow. That makes it even more impressive what the 33X of Justin Custer just pulled off at Liberty, Missouri. Congratulations to him, man. That just makes that even much more impressive.
Stock cars doing stock car things once again.
Yes, yeah.
Just really, really fun.
All right. Well, now that, I've had to eat crow over here just a little bit, we get ready for our USRA. Thanks, Janet. I appreciate that.
Mama always said that.
Oh, yeah.
Like this.
I know it. USRA B-Mod, a feature rolling out on the racetrack. B-Mod is brought to you this week by PEM Racing Gears and Drivetrain. 26 cars, 20 laps in distance. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole out of Baser, Kansas, the 1K, that's Tim Carrick, and to his outside from Camdenton, Missouri, the 44T is Casey Thomas.
Starting third tonight from Polo, Missouri, aboard car number 57C, you'll find Chad Clancy, and to his outside from St. Joseph, Missouri, and the 1X is Shadron Turner.
Starting fifth out of Blanchard, Louisiana, car number 23, it's Cody Tupper, and to his outside at 11 in Missouri, the number 7, William Garner.
In the Bloodline race cars, number 18M, out of Springfield, Missouri, is J.C. Morton starting seventh, and to his outside from Springfield on the 15S is Caden Stacy.
Starting on the inside of row number 5 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. The 23B is Israel Ortega. To his outside from Lansing, Kansas, the 7J, that's Jake Richards.
Taylor Scalgi lines up 11th tonight from Caledonia, Minnesota, aboard car number 32, and to the outside, the 24-year-old from Bullard, Texas, the 4 junior is Boone Evans.
On the inside of row number 7 from Decorah, Iowa, the 16D, that's Dan Hovden. To his outside. From Nevada, Missouri, the 8S is John Sheets.
Tyler Kidwell starts 15th tonight. He resides out of Chinook, Kansas, aboard car number 54. To the outside, and the 07 is Daniel Harris starting 16th.
Starting 17th at Cross Timbers, Missouri, the 15 is Ryan Eady. To his outside, it's Sedalia, Missouri's Bronson Wicker in car 29.
The Gila Monster, Ryan Gilmore, out of Springfield, Missouri, in the 66 starts 19th to his outside. One of his best friends out of Brighton, Missouri, in the 7L is Trevor Drake.
Starting 21st out of Kansas City, Missouri, the 6T, that's Michael Taylor III. To his outside, Logan Smith out of El Dorado Springs, Missouri, in the 11L.
Chris Jackson out of Lebanon, Missouri, in the K65 starts 23rd tonight. And along his outside from Odessa, Missouri, in the 12C is Stephen Clancy.
And your final row, starting 25th out of Fort Scott, Kansas, the 28A, that's Andy Bryant. And his outside from Austin, Minnesota, the 42B, that's Caden Bronner. 26 cars going 20 times around the Diamond and Dirt tracks here at Wheatland, Missouri. It's Lucas Oil Speedway.
I tell you what. That previous race, 25th to the win. I mean, if you're looking at it, listen, I'm not going to say that it can't happen again. Andy Bryant has been one of the fastest cars here all night long. The Fort Scott, Kansas driver in the 28A. He starts 25th in this one, so if you're looking for a duplicate effort, I think Andy Bryant may be able to do the same thing we just saw in the stock cars. If not, we're certainly hoping to see if he can roll his way towards the front.
Listen, I take nothing away from those stock car guys, but Andy Bryant's got, I think, a little bit more of a challenge as he's going to try to run through this field. You look at guys like Chris Jackson, Ryan Gilmore, Tyler Kidwell, John Sheets, Taylor Scalgi, Jake Richards, J.C. Morton, Cody Tupper, Shadron Turner, Chad Clancy, Tim Carrick, Casey Thomas. I mean, the field just gets tougher and tougher as you roll further through the front of this field, Trent and Barry.
Hey, is it right that we qualified and then redrew the top 18? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Man, that could be brutal for some guys.
Yeah, I was not aware of that until you just asked.
So I don't know that I've ever heard of an 18 position redraw. That's a new one.
That's a lot of mini billiard balls. I think those only go to 15. We might be in trouble there.
Good thing they got real balls for the redraw, real billiard balls, because if they were to do that on the computer, it would just cheat.
Great balls of fire.
All right. Well, I'm not sure where that landed, but either way. I'll tell you what.
I said billiard balls, you jokers.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 75 entered into the action here tonight, winding it down to the best 26 here on night number 1 of the USRA Nationals, your USRA B-Mod main event to the green flag.
Good start for the 44T at Casey Thomas. We saw him earlier roll the top side of the speedway nearly to perfection in his heat race. Just ran out of time, and the caution flag hampered his run. Now he's out in front of this one, rolling through the middle part of the racetrack. Carrick along the bottom. There's Shadron Turner up top. It'll be Thomas that leads lap number 1.
Thomas indeed leads lap number 1 to that number 44 car. Carrick right around the bottom. Really good race here early on the 1K, looking to sidestep for the race lead. He'll get a run down to the bottom into turn number 3. Clancy bringing the broad along in tow. Shadron Turner on the outside there. Both those Carrick Motorsports cars here, Eric, inside of the top 4 right now. A good run for both of them as Cody Tupper rounding out your top 5 runners right now for the Blanchard, Louisiana hot shoe in car number 23.
Yep, Tim Carrick officially took the lead that time, but Casey Thomas definitely had a better set of corners. Retakes the lead down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Carrick not giving up off the bottom of the racetrack now. Shadron Turner going to go way up top and try to see if he can clean off a line at the top side of the speedway.
What a race we've got here early on in this one. 20 laps in distance. We scored lap number 3 the last time by 16 to go. Down the back boulevard, Carrick trying to take over the race lead. Rolling into 3. Thomas looking to rely on that outside or middle line momentum as he'll look to roll with it to his advantage this time. Who leads this lap? Give it at nearly a dead heat. Casey Thomas leads by 0.014.
Yeah, 14 one-thousandths of a second there. Now Tim Carrick definitely going to take a solid stranglehold on the lead down the back straightaway to turns 3 and 4. Clancy going to come after the 44 on the bottom of the racetrack, and don't look now. There's Shadron Turner rolling the top side. He's getting faster and faster each lap. Watch out for the 1X in 4th.
J.C. Morton tried to make some hay there in that Bloodline chassis number 18. He had a slip of the grip the last time off of turn number 4 and lost 2 wholesale spots. Trying to get those spots back in which he lost. You're looking at him right here on your screen. He's on the outside of that orange letter Bloodline chassis number 18. As we got one coming to a stop or slowing down the back straightaway. That's the number 32.
Scalgi pulls it to the infield. We stay green. Sorry about that, Zach, as Carrick continues to lead off the turn 2.
No, you filled me out on his last name all night long. No, thank you. Into 3, the 1X now, Turner trying to rip the lip here, en route to the front, and all the while back up front, Clancy now knocking on the door for your race lead into 1. It's hitting up Eric Chesterman for the race lead here in your B-Mod main event.
Yep, Chad Clancy right now the fastest car on the racetrack. Turner second quick as Tim Carrick going to feel the pressure once again from the 57C. Carrick will dial up the bottom side of the speedway. Clancy up top, followed by the 1 of Turner. Side by side, the flex stand, they get together. Back into 1 and 2. So far, we stay clean and green, but Carrick had no idea the 57 of Clancy was there, and that allowed the 1X of Turner to close.
Not sure Tim will do that again. Certainly, your peripheral vision of these cars, not very good. Of course, you got good peripheral hearing, but the 1 certainly slammed the door shut the last time by. Something to keep our eye on here, see if anything, a tire rub or any sheet metal damage or something that could come home to roost here late in the going. Carrick, a major slip of the grip, and here comes Clancy down the back straightaway in the turn number 3, the 57. Looking to get the advantage here on the top ropes off of turn number 4. He'll fit the gap right here, right now off of 4. Clancy to the race lead, and the caution is out.
Caution's out as we've got one stopped against the top of the retaining fence on the top side of turns 1 and 2. Debris on the racetrack as well. That's the 66 of Gilmore. Not a car that you usually expect to be the reason for a caution here, and unfortunately, Ryan Gilmore experiencing some problems here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Of course, this is a different race car for him than the one that he's driven all year long. Unfortunately, his original ride here in this 2025 season took a rough tumble a few weeks ago at the Tri-State Speedway, and they had to put a different mount together. And I think Gilmore's still trying to get his feet underneath him in this race car tonight, not the way he wanted it to end up.
Real quick, speaking of Tri-State Speedway over there in Pensacola, I know everybody was, let's first look at the old Gila monster right here. He looks pretty cool, calm, collected. He doesn't look too upset, but he is letting somebody know that he's letting John Sheets know that we'll have a brief conversation in the pit area and bring the candles, I'll bring the cake.
That adds some more to the story. So, somebody said cake?
Yeah. I certainly don't need any of that.
Might have to make my way back there and see what flavor they're serving up.
These two, Ryan Gilmore and John Sheets, are 2 of the best USRA B-Mod drivers in the business. And these 2 guys know that in order to win a race at this track, if they're both in the pit area, one of the 2 knows they have to go through one or the other to win a race. And to see these listen, rivalries and things like this are good for the sport. I mean, assuming these guys don't get back there and beat each other to the pulp, I'm sure they'll have a friendly disagreement. They'll come back tomorrow and give it hell once again. But it's not the first time we've seen a disagreement on a dirt track.
No, and then when you add to it, the chassis make battle just adds to that.
Absolutely does.
Adds to that storyline as well as. Gilmore drives for Allen Auto Sports. Sheets drives for the J2 race cars, two of the top chassis manufacturers, especially in this area, as we get maybe a little bit of a look at what happened. It looks like maybe Sheets and Gilmore just got together. Gilmore into the fence and had no steering into turns 1 and 2, and that put him at the top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, we just kind of caught the tail end of it. Kind of really hard to piece it together to see really what happened right there. So, nonetheless, though, tough break for the Gila Monster. He goes off on the tow chain for the rest of the night. Tough break for him.
That's going to shuffle things up just a little bit. And now this gives Shadron Turner a clear shot right on the heels of your two leaders. And Turner, the thing that I've noticed about him, he's been able to search around the racetrack and not lose a lot of ground. If he can have a good restart here, maybe get by the 57 to Clancy, he'll have a clear shot at his father-in-law there in 1X.
The only problem is
1K.
Clancy's now on that top shelf. That's where he's had the car cooking pretty good along with Turner. So who's going to get the advantage here on the restart? Good restart for Turner down on the bottom. He'll apply the pressure to his teammate Carrick into turn number 1. Clancy going to send it back full third in the 1 and 2 in the 57. Clancy a little bit of a slip of the grip on the top. He'll bring along the 18 and tow Boone Evans around in turn 2. And hopefully he'll get it back rolling here. Doesn't look like that he will. And unfortunately, the caution lights are back on.
Yep.
Nope.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yellow is now out. Don't know if we got the lap complete or not. FK Rodden's instant replay on your screen at home. And Boone Evans just, bicycled on the cushion, got the car tight, and shut her down at the top side of turn number 2. Hearing from my right, we did get the lap in, so that's going to make the new leader, Chad Clancy, in the 57C. Tim Carrick and Shadron Turner will now refire side by side on the first double file row.
Well, they can really mount up a game plan, right? Teammates right here, see how they might elect to gang up on the 57 car. They say, hey, you take the in and I'll take the outside here. We'll see how this plays out when we go back to the green flag. Hey, don't count out that bloodline race car number 18, J.C. Morton. Like I mentioned earlier, he's got a couple late model wins this year. He's really, really good at this racetrack. Obviously, resume speaks for itself. Former track champion here, former national champion. But J.C. Morton in car number 18, do not sleep on him. And also Kidwell in the 54 looking to officially throw his hat into the ring here when we go back to the green flag.
I was just going to mention, you talk about Morton started 7th, currently up to 4th. We're halfway through this one. Kidwell all the way from 15th up to 5th right now. He's plus 10, so keep your eyes on that 54 Kidwell on the outside of that second double file row. He's got a good hot rod here tonight as the field comes back to green.
Andy Bryan update, he's 25th to 17th so far. Lights are out, we're backing away with Clancy leading them down the front boulevard on the restart into 1. Carrick will flash down to the bottom of the 57 for the race lead. Here comes J.C. Morton down to the bottom. He'll pick the pocket of the 54 Kidwell. Cody Tuppert back inside of the top 5 at car number 23. 57 trying to rip the lip en route to the race lead off of 4 Chesterman. It's hitting up for the race lead. Here comes Clancy.
Yep, Clancy took the lead after Carrick took it from him in turns 1 and 2. Now it's Clancy up top, going to have her whistling Dixie off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Clancy continues to lead. Carrick, Turner falling back into the clutches of J.C. Morton and the 54 Kidwell. Those three nearly 3 wide as they exit turn 4.
Man, the racing here tonight at Lucas has just been phenomenal. For the drop of the first green flag we've seen here tonight. Here comes Carrick. He'll pitch it back down to the bottom of the inside of the 57 for the race lead. Hoping for a slip of the grip. The 57 is yet to throw the 1K a bone to chew on. And, we got one hard into the wall at the top of turn number 2.
That is the 7, nose first. That does not look good.
No, it doesn't.
I believe that's the 7 of, is that?
Garner.
Garner, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what transpired there, but William Garner, heavy contact there with the turn 2 retaining wall there. Fortunately for him, he got into the tires there, kind of woed his speed up a little bit, but as soon as we get condition on the driver, we'll pass that along.
And I believe the report from the top side of turn 2, driver okay, window nets down. So we are good at the top side of turn number 2. We'll wake Trenton up again, once again down there in the infield. We'll bring him back into the program as we continue to watch how this BMOD race unfolds. Man, how about this battle up front, this back and forth between Chad Clancy and Tim Carrick? You know, and then there's Shadron Turner just laying in wait in the weeds.
Yeah, pretty good battle up front there. A lot of heat in this particular BMOD main event tonight. This is why I really enjoy BMOD racing. When you get this many good cars all packed in here together, you whittle everything down and really getting to watch a good feature down here tonight. Chad Clancy doing a good job. Carrick is too, especially no more than Carrick's raced here. I think he told me he only made 1 or 2 starts here previous to coming here for the Nationals this weekend, and Shadron racing his backup car, just kind of doing what you'd expect him to do. Kidwell, J.C. Morton as well. Sheets back right behind him. I mean, they're just chock full of good runners and cars that are trying to put together a good night for qualifying. Hate to see that crash with Garner over there in turn 2. That one looked nasty. I turned right around to see that he was already stopped in the tires, so hoping everything's okay over there, the best it can be, and see how this thing plays out.
Trenton, if you were to just take a stab, and if you were to take a guess, how many wins do you think Tim Carrick has at Lakeside Speedway?
Man, I don't even know. I think it's like close to 20 track championships. I'm sure my phone can blow up here. Somebody's going to hit me via text or via my messenger, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my phone out. I'll probably have an answer for that here pretty shortly, but he is the winningest all-time driver at Lakeside in Kansas City. And
wow.
Yeah, doing a good job. He's speaking of that Josh Kane Wild, that's Tim Carrick's born out of that same vein as well.
Yeah, Eric kind of alluded to that a little bit earlier. He'd asked me if I'd ever spoken to Tim Carrick. I think the one time I did go to Lakeside in 2013, I may have went through and talked with him, but I don't remember. So I'll have to go by and speak with him here this weekend. But
yeah, he's a super cat, man. Great stories, funny, super guy. Awesome to see him racing here at Wheatland this week.
Hey, man, I want to real quick give a shout-out to one of our local guys from Blanchard, Louisiana, Cody Tupper, right now currently running 6. He doesn't get to come up here and race this event very often. Keep in mind, Trenton and Eric, we just added this BMOD division around Boot Hill Speedway, Arklatex, in the last calendar year. A lot of these drivers, Cody Tupper's never competed or raced with against, and he's holding his own up here against some of the elites in this USRA BMOD division. I think that deserves a tip of the cap.
Yeah, it really does, and speaks volumes to his ability to adapt to a new class still in that area. And I don't know if you guys are still doing it, but for a while there you were kind of running them together with the Limiteds too, which kind of had its own unique set of circumstances. Cool to see Tupper having success.
Yeah, finally able to have enough to split the class, and now they're on their own. But here we go. They're kind of stacked up there on the restart. Clancy comes from the bottom up to the top to protect that lane away from Turner. They'll drag race and dive off into one and go 3 wide for the race lead. Off of 2, Clancy through the rumbly stumblies around the top. Down the back straight, retains the race lead at car number 57.
Here comes Shadron Turner in the 1X. Slide for life off the bottom of turns 3. Going to grab the moisture at the top of 4. Clancy turns it underneath him. Side by side to the flag stand. Give Clancy the lead at the end of lap 11.
Boy, the Carrick Motorsports cars ganging up on Clancy now. They'll roll down to the bottom. They're 3 wide once again. Stair step for the race lead. What a racetrack we have tonight here in Wheatland. Into turn number 3, 57 going to slide himself from the middle up to the top off the exit. Looking to hold on. He'll punch his ticket down the front straightaway with the 1X rocking and rolling down to the inside. What a race we've got here, the BMOD main event.
Yeah, Shadron Turner read that like a book. Clancy now trips up on the cushion, gets tight. That allows Turner to streak away by 2 car lengths down the back chute. Into 3 and 4, Turner takes over the lead. It's Carrick on the bottom, Clancy up top, Kidwell, Morton right there as well. There's Jackson and the Ada Sheets.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like what you're seeing right now, then sorry about your luck. Off of 2, here we go. It's heating up for second now. As the 1X of Turner now trying to get away unscathed. They're 3 wide back here for 4th. That Bloodline race car number 18, and John Sheets now looking to rise to the occasion. So many different comers and goers and movers and shakers and players in this one here, Eric.
It's the best of the best in USRA BMOD racing out in front of the field right now in this one. Shadron Turner coming home to roost in the BMOD division here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. The lead continues to swell ever so slightly off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. This time by just 3 laps to go.
The green flag stays out. The 29 machine had lost the handle down here in 1 and 2. The green stays lays out. Look at this. Your top 3 cars running 3 different distinct lines right now around the Lucas Oil Speedway. And Chad Clancy trying to hit that top like getting a star on Mario Kart. He's got it rolling and strolling once again, trying to reel in Shadron Turner for the race lead. Carrick down to the bottom. He'll pitch it in. Kidwell still 4th right now. The 18 of J.C. Morton rounds out your top 5 runners. The 1X of Turner is yet to throw Clancy or Carrick a bone to chew on since he got out front with the race lead.
Just a lap and a half to go for Turner. He can't trip up now through turns 3 and 4 as Clancy and Carrick both still breathing down his neck. There's Kidwell off of 4 as well. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. It's the Hocha Sound Saloon. Last call here tonight for your B-Mods.
Clancy's got a shot down the back straightaway. He'll take the low road this time for the final trip of the turns 3 and 4. He'll go back to the top here in 3 and 4. Turner going to slide himself from the bottom of the top. Clancy's going to have a run off of 4 to the line, but Shadron Turner gets it done tonight in your first A feature of the week for the USRA B-Mods.
Shadron Turner comes home to roost and picks up a win in the B-Mod division here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Chad Clancy finishes 2nd, Tim Carrick 3rd, Tyler Kidwell 4th, J.C. Morton 5th, Chris Jackson from 23rd to 6th, John Sheets finishes 7th, Cody Tupper 8th, Michael Taylor 9th, and Caden Stacy rounds out the top 10. It reads like a who's who in USRA B-Mod racing at the front end of the field here tonight.
I'm just going to step out on a limb right now and say something, and I don't know if I'm out of pocket for saying this, but I see people on social media from time to time, and I have people will be iRacing throughout the week, and there'll be a couple naysayers tell me that Lucas Oil Speedway doesn't race well.
Bullcrap.
Listen, from here on out, I will say y'all are tripping. Like that. The USRA stock car ended in nearly a photo finish. Just a phenomenal race back to the line. And then the last few laps of your USRA B-Mod